Okay, so the second part of this is the hardest part. It's a little bit labor intensive depending on how much you're making. Since we're making a small batch, it hasn't been that bad. Last time we made it, we made 4 pounds of beans and it took about an hour to strain all of them. But you want to get a fine mesh strainer, and what you're going to do is take the beans and pour them into the strainer. Then you want to take a spatula like this or a wooden spoon, and you're basically going to be going around in circles. And as you're doing this, the fineness of the creaminess of the beans is going to come out the other end, and all the geeky stuff like the skins and whatever is going to stay on the mesh screen. This is the worst part of making this dessert, is this stuff. Like I said, this is a small batch, so it's not too bad. But if you plan on making it for the holidays or anything like that, make sure you get a lot of rest, because you're going to be straining beans for a long time. And as you can see, you can start seeing the skins more defined. Just squish all that creamy goodness through. And then get everything off the end. Oh, I just got some of the skin stuff. Over the years, a lot of people have stopped doing that stuff because it takes so much work, but I still like it because it makes the beans a lot creamier. So the next thing you're going to do is scoop out that little bit of skin that I put in there by mistake. Okay. The next thing you're going to do is put this in a saucepan. This is a pretty, it's a stock pot, I guess you would say. Not a stock pot, but a bigger, whatever, a pot. Make sure to get all of the beans out. You don't want to waste any of this. This is so yummy. I promise you, you're going to love it. And don't lick it at this point because it's pretty nasty. It's just beans. So, unless you're into refried beans or anything like that. Now you're going to turn your saucepan on to about a medium flame. About medium. And you're going to add carnation milk. You basically want to go by how much you have in the pot. I'm going to put half the can for now, just to see what the consistency is. You're going to add coconut milk as well. I don't know if you can see that. Regular coconut milk. Make sure to shake the coconut milk really well because it tends to separate. And again, I'm just going to add about half of that can. And I'm going to add sweetened condensed milk. You can see that. This is not a typical ingredient. In the habichuela con dulce, they usually just put a lot of sugar, and I think that the condensed milk gives it an extra depth of flavor. You're going to go ahead and mix that really well. And like I said, it's not going to look like much right now, but once it starts getting all those flavors incorporated and cooking down, it's going to be delicious. To this, you're going to add 2 whole cinnamon sticks. You're also going to add, see that? That's allspice balls. These right here are allspice. And these are cloves. I did 3 pinches of cloves and 2 pinches of allspice. And you can adjust that depending on how spicy you like things. I like it really, really with that thick, spicy flavor, so I added a little more. I also like to add a little bit of ginger paste. This is about 1/4 teaspoon, fully, like, you know, bursting over. And then you're just gonna mix again. And you can add raisins to this. Most people add raisins. I don't really like raisins, so I don't add them. And like I said, they add batata. I'm gonna add sweet potatoes or yams, whatever. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the carnation milk and a little bit more of the coconut milk. And as it cooks, you could just adjust it. If you like it more coconutty, add a little more coconut milk. And you're gonna let this simmer for about half an hour to 45 minutes. That way all the flavors could incorporate.